Hey, this is Jeff Rose of GoodFinancialCents and SoldierFinance.com. Doing something fun and different today. As you can see, I'm actually sitting in a makeup studio, what you will. I'm actually sitting here with Emily Eddington, who is a WSIL TV3 morning news anchor. And this is actually kind of a different flip the script type thing. Typically, I am on the morning news being interviewed by Emily, and had to wake up quite early for that, which she does every single day. And today, though, I want to do something different, and I wanted to interview her for something that she does. It's a passion of hers. It involves some pink. It involves a lot of makeup, some lipstick, gloss, mascara, and some other makeup terms I'm probably not quite familiar with.
All of the above.
All of the above. But what I really want to do first was just kind of give an intro of how I stumbled upon Emily and this passion of hers that she's doing. I had been on the News 3 for a few times being interviewed, and one of her co-anchors had mentioned to me of her YouTube channel. And I had no idea. I knew of Emily as being the morning News 3 anchor, but did not know her being a makeup expert, if you call it what you will. So intrigued, as I got into my blog and social media and whatnot, I went to her YouTube channel and saw that she had thousands, hundreds of videos uploaded. And what really caught my curiosity, my interest, was she had just uploaded a video not 17 hours prior, and it already had between 15 and 20,000 visits or views. And I thought, oh my gosh, like this is incredible to actually put a brand new video on there and to have that many people watch it in that short a time span. I knew that she was onto something. She had a very strong following, and I was just intrigued to learn more about it. So that's why I wanted to come today and just find more about Emily or her beauty broadcast,
Yes.
which is her YouTube channel. So first, I guess I'll just start in, when did you get interested in makeup? When did that start for you?
For me, makeup was just kind of one of those natural things that girls get into, around high school age. And I was always kind of interested in it. And anytime, went with mom to the drugstore, to Walmart, it would be, I would start to get this interest in trying something new and picking something up, seeing how I liked it. And the whole trial and error of makeup was really something I got hooked on, and I remembered helping my friends out. And then in college, doing other people's makeup just became one of those things that I started to do. And then slowly, I guess I started to realize what a makeup community there is online. Mm-hmm. And a lot of that centers around YouTube. So I started to stumble upon that, and that's really when I got going. So.
Okay. So then you had said, you mentioned you watching some YouTube videos of some other makeup artists, and you thought you could do this.
Yeah, I was just looking up information on a product. I Googled something, and a video came up, and so I watched that. And I'm like, this is great to not just go through and read something, but to hear someone explain it. I don't know, the information stayed with me a little bit more, and I just really took an interest in that. Watched a lot of videos before I thought, maybe I'll try this. And I was back in my apartment before we moved here, and just got a really cheap little camera. The audio was bad, the video quality was not that good, but I just decided to start making a few videos and slowly built up a following on there. Mm-hmm. So.
Can you actually watch some of those earlier videos? Are they still live?
They're still on there. Some people take down their early stuff and kind of try to pretend like that never happened, but I think it's sort of cool to see how it's grown and see where it began and let people see that, people don't start out perfect, on YouTube, and it does take some time to build it up. Right.
And I think a lot of that, what you've done with your YouTube channel, is a testament of you just have to go for it. Yeah. You have to try it. You have to just jump right into it and kind of learn as you go. Mm-hmm. And I can apply that with the blog, Good Financial Sense, to where I had no idea what I was doing. And you just kind of start, you watch, I read a lot of blogs, read a lot of tutorials, and kind of, self-taught myself. And if I go back and look at some of my earlier articles and just how I did it, how it was formatted, it was, I won't say it's embarrassing, but what you know now, you could go back and know the tools you have. So that's neat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot of people will ask me, how do you build up that following? How do you get people to come to your site and watch? And I think some people expect that that's going to happen in a matter of a few videos, and then they're going to know, hey, I can do this or I can't do it. And I kind of think of it as, people trying to maybe open up a store and not having the shelves fully stocked. You just need to make a lot of videos and put a lot of stuff out there and just consistently do it, and then people will start to catch on and want to tweet it or link it or share it with their friends, and give them something that they want to share. So.
Right. So you mentioned earlier about how you got to 2,000 subscribers, on your channel. Can you remember as far as like how many videos that took, or how much time had passed to actually get to that first level?
I'm not for sure, but I'm thinking it was a little under a year before I got to that point, and that was really exciting. I mean, I remember thinking with every person that subscribed how exciting that was, and thinking, wow, this is really catching on. But becoming a partner was sort of the next big step there. So.
Gotcha. And so to actually become a YouTube partner, you have to generate so many views on your channel, correct?
Yeah, you kind of need to show YouTube, I guess, that you're getting a decent amount of views and you're making videos consistently, kind of so they don't have the idea that once you make partner, you're not gonna sort of uphold your end of the deal. But that allows them to post advertisements on your site, and you can get some ad revenue if people click on those ads.
Okay. And actually, that was another thing I kind of wanted to get to. I think the one thing that I love about having a blog or any venture for that matter is if it is a passion of yours, it is something that you are just so, it's like a hobby almost, and you do it, and it's not like work, it's just because you want to do it, because you enjoy doing it, and to actually make revenue from that, I mean, you talk about, that's like living the dream. And
Totally.
And when you started Beauty Broadcast, that wasn't your intent. That was just kind of like a side windfall that came about, correct?
Yeah, it was really like that hobby that I wanted outside of my job. Doing news-related stuff, you're not... while I really enjoy that, you're not covering always stories that are maybe so uplifting or really leave you pumped up at the end of the day, if you know what I mean. So I just kind of wanted that hobby back. I'm out of college. I wasn't doing cheerleading anymore. I wasn't doing some of the things that I was used to doing, and I just wanted that thing to kind of funnel some energy into and potentially help people. And what keeps me doing it and what makes me keep feeling the need to make a new video every couple days is that I've heard so much feedback from people that it really has helped them in their everyday life, and so that's what's been really fun.
Right. Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I know with the blog, anytime I get an email, from someone and they say, thank you for putting together that information, to help me make that important financial decision. That's the payback. That's the beauty of being able to do that and actually put information out there, for people to help them out. So that's great. So, some of the stats I hadn't shared yet with her channel was you have over 105,000 subscribers, which I can't even digest that. That's just insane to me. To have that many people that are dedicated, that they want the latest and greatest, beauty broadcast. That's kind
Thank you. If you're one of those.
And then you've had over 14 million visits on all your videos combined.
Yes. Yeah.
Insane. That is tremendous, and just shows to have a true passion and having a want to do it. And what the results can be.
Yeah, and I have made a lot of videos to do that too. I'm well up over 500 videos now, and so like I said, I'm not one of those real YouTube sensations that has put out some crazy video of their cat doing something amazing and then everybody in the world tunes in to watch it. But over the course of a lot of videos, word has spread, I think, and I do hear from a lot of people that say, a girl finds it, they tell their mom tells the rest of their family, and then they're all kind of communicating about what they just saw or what they're going to try to go out and find, or based on what I've talked about. So that's really cool.
Right. Yeah, it is cool. And I remember my first month that I had my blog, I was so excited when I cracked like 25 visits, for the day, and I was just how crazy that was. And then you get to 100 visits, per day, and it's like, ooh, it's like you're on top of the world.
That's the neat thing about all this web-related stuff is that, you do have hard numbers that you can look at and see exactly where it's going, and it's very exciting and I think really encouraging for people who do this kind of thing to be able to see that word is spreading and it's going somewhere. So it's fun.
So what would you say, do you have any next steps or any kind of projections of where you kind of see Beauty Broadcast go to the next level?
Well, I mean, one of the great things that has helped me so far has been getting to be part of that On the Rise poll. It was the first one that YouTube had done, and they asked me to be part of that. That gave me kind of a jump in viewers and a little more exposure. I think more people were finding me that weren't already in this just for makeup, but were stumbling upon the channel, just outsiders, I think. And so from there, I mean, I just hope to continue making videos at the rate I am now. I try to put out 3 or 4 every week, and just continue doing the blogging and see where it goes. I mean, I do love it, and it does consume a lot of my time outside of my already full-time job, but like you said, when you enjoy it, it doesn't seem like really work. It's more like you're just kind of fueling that hobby that you love. So
right. And just so for people that maybe are interested, to maybe doing a YouTube channel or do a blog, I know me personally, when I first started my blog, I mean, it was almost a secondary full-time job. I mean, it was, and just having to learn how to do it, all the tips and tricks and how you do it, and setting up a camera and learning how to edit. Now where I've kind of mastered the craft, now I can do it in probably 10, maybe 15 hours, depending on how much content I'm putting out. What would you say, for you doing 3 to 4 videos per week, could you kind of say how much time that takes up?
It's strangely, it's started taking me more time to produce my videos just because I've gotten a little more in-depth with editing them.
Right.
So while, I've got plenty of ideas floating through my head, and the ideas video to video, usually a subscriber will say, hey, can you do something on this, or I had a question about this, so I've always got the ideas coming, and that started cranking out faster. But when it comes down to actually sitting down and putting the video together, I'm trying to get more creative with the process, and that's consumed a little more time. So from the time that I sit down here to shoot something to the time that it's edited and online, I mean, it could be 5 hours just because, and I'm starting to do it in HD, so everything is slower on my computer now.
Yeah, good old HD, yeah.
But time consuming, but fun.
But fun. And I'm not sure if you read, but Tim Ferriss has his book 4 Hour Work Week, and then Gary Vaynerchuk has his book called Crush It. And Gary talks a lot about your passion, and when it's your passion, it doesn't matter what you do, because you enjoy it. And with Tim Ferriss, his big thing at the 4 Hour Work Week, the concept is you spend 4 hours doing stuff you don't want to do, but if you're spending 30, 40, 50 hours a week doing beauty broadcasts, then I mean time flies by because I mean you enjoy the whole process.
Oh yeah. I'll sit down and start doing something, turn around and be like, how many hours have just passed here that I've been doing this? But yeah I like it.
Yeah, so that's cool. Anything else you want to add about the channel or anything you want to say?
Well, thank you for asking to talk to me about it. It's great to have you here and be in my pink room with me. But I just thank anybody that has stumbled upon my channel and offered me, letting me know what they want to see, because that is, again, what drives my content is people telling me what videos they want. One of the biggest questions I get is, how do you come up with video number 515 or whatever, and it is from people just giving me ideas, so that's where it comes from.
Right, that's great. Well, if you want more from Emily, you can go to her YouTube channel, which is Beauty Broadcast. You can also follow her on Twitter at EmilyNoel83, and then she also has a corresponding blog, beautybroadcast.net, and I'll have some links there so you can see that. So I appreciate the time, and I really hopefully I can walk out of here without having any mascara or makeup on. So
we'll work on that after.
Okay, sounds good. All right, well, thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.